Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Welcome to the Raiders of the Lost Commentary podcast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The unofficial commentary for your favorite
Get to the chopper!
and not so favorite films.
The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Starring your hosts Adam and Matt.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Start your movie in 3, 2, 1.
The Universal logo. You always know it's good with that.
Not always.
I always love like this little thing coming up with the Jurassic Park movies that they would have just like the rumble, like the ripple from the
Right. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that little.
There's that ripple.
That water ripple. You know how they pulled that off in the first one?
It was like a guitar, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a bass or guitar inside the car that a guy was inside the car.
And you would like hit it to get that like.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
But
strange.
Funny thing about this one, there we go. We got the Jurassic Park
Jurassic
logo
Park.
and claws through it right now. There
3.
we go. Boom. Isla Sorna.
207 miles west of Costa Rica. So that means nothing to me.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we? I don't know. Near Costa Rica.
I don't know. It looks like Hawaii to me.
Oh, shouldn't be flying that plane.
Nope.
No.
No. This is like good storytelling to be like, oh, we're not supposed to be here,
We're not supposed to be here.
There's parts of these shots where they're on the boat where it's really bad that like they're clearly on a soundstage.
Really?
Yeah, like that close up of him.
All right, we'll look for those errors
Look for
again.
that. Would you go on a tour like these kids are doing? Like the kids, this guy.
The dad and Eric.
Yeah, yeah. Would you?
It would cost a lot of money.
You think so? I feel like
I feel like it would be because you got to bribe this guy.
you got to be really far too. That's a little boat to
Oh,
go
yeah.
207 miles. See this green screen, this shot. Whoa, we're on the green screen stage now.
It's not that bad.
I don't know. It's a little.
Like movie came out in 2001. Adam, all right, be a little.
We'll give it a little
Some
bit.
aging
2001.
leeway. Yeah, I remember I saw this movie at the movies. 11-year-old me.
Really? Eh?
Oh yeah,
I was in high school.
I was ecstatic.
Have you ever been paragliding or parasailing?
Never been.
It's
but
pretty
if
fun, actually.
If I can do it next to dinosaurs, I would probably not do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if that island existed.
See, these green screen shots.
How else are you supposed to get it? I mean, it's all supposed to be green
I don't know.
screen,
If Christopher Nolan made this Jurassic Park movie, it'd all be great practical effects.
And Bane would be in it.
Yeah. The boat going through some turbulence here.
You've only been on the island for 6 weeks. I was born here. Molded by it.
This is a great reveal. They're like, oh, what's going to happen? What happened to
It's
our
a
boat?
weird pull. Like, there's not even any screams or anything. Oh, that doesn't
That's a
look
pretty
that
bad
great. Yeah,
green
that doesn't
screen
look
shot.
that great. What is he supposed to do?
This kid's kind of like, oh no.
A little bit of blood
They
there.
got frigged up. So is this supposed to like insinuate that there's pterodactyls
Or
there?
pterodons. It could be one of those sea dinosaurs.
Maybe like it jumped over. And they're going to
Oh,
crash
no,
into
here comes the rocks.
Does
And
the boat
here we
blow
go.
up?
I
hope-
believe so.
I hope
yeah.
the boat blows up.
Don't you know that's how things work? Oh,
It didn't blow up.
see, I really wanted it to blow up now.
You know
I
what?
wanted it to blow up so that I can make fun of the trope.
One of my favorite like explosions of a boat in a movie is Jaws 2 or 3.
The classics.
Where there's a girl on the boat and the shark is rocking the boat and she picks up a gas can while it's being rocked and she accidentally pours it all over herself and then accidentally takes out like something to light it with and lights her.
Accidentally.
Yeah. Oh, we got Sam Neill here reprising his role. and he shows up with Laura Dern with a baby.
You're like, oh, maybe they're together,
And he finally had kids.
But then you realize,
nope.
No.
I actually like this story quirk that they didn't end up together, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I just like hear her voice now and I think of F is for Family. She does.
That's her? She's the mom?
She's the mom. It's Laura Dern.
What?
I know. She's awesome, eh?
I like that show. It's a good show. The Dinosaur Man.
Dinosaur Man. This was like, was it Joe Johnstone's one of his first movies or
John Johnston?
Joe Johnston?
No, Joe Johnston did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
The Rocketeer.
That was like the first movie he did.
That was him?
Yeah, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and it was like The Rocketeer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
October Sky, which was pretty good.
He did Jumanji, too. The Page Master. He did one of the Young Indiana Jones.
They had the TV show.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that?
I own them all.
Yeah,
yes.
they're great, eh?
A little long sometimes, but I like them.
It's like I like some of Joe Johnstone's stuff, but like I find like he's just like a company man in a way. Do you ever find that? Like if you wanted somebody to toe the line for a movie, you're just like, yep, we need X, Y, and Z. He's the guy to hire.
Well, I mean, how many things has he done that's company man? What, The Wolfman, Captain America,
this movie.
Oh yeah, maybe this movie a little bit, but like he's done things like Hidalgo, October Sky, Jumanji. I mean, those. He's had
a great career, and little do people know he's actually
he's credited. Star Wars, eh?
Yeah, he's one of the matte painters and stuff on the original Star Wars, like A New Hope. He made miniatures, did some of the optical effects.
And I think he even played like a couple of like a stormtrooper and a little minor role, extra role too. I can IMDb as well, Adam.
So Sam Neill here is saying that the raptors were, according to his research, smarter than primates because they could communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Which is important plot information for later in the movie. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I do it from memory and my nightmares.
Like when I watched this the first time, I actually really liked the fact that they could communicate and do stuff. Although now it's a little hokey, but
you know what's hokey? The feathers.
The feathers? You didn't like that? But they've actually that's actually more accurate now.
I know it's more accurate, but I mean, if you're gonna stick to it to the world of it, why not just stick with it?
Like what they said in the fourth one, that they're not accurate dinosaurs, they're made for a theme park.
Well, they kind of play upon that in all of the movies, right? Like velociraptors in real life weren't actually that big. They were actually the size of an actual turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they were made, like I think Michael Crichton, when he wrote it, either he confused one or the other, or he liked the name and then called them velociraptors and then just
it does
made
sound
them bigger.
like
It sounds scary
and sharp.
Yeah.
You know? Can you pass me that velociraptor knife?
See, I feel like, I mean, Dr. Grant's talking, and it still seems very interesting. Why is everybody leaving?
Yeah, I would totally go see this talk if
Right?
this dude came. I'd be hyped
Like
about
this
it.
dude that was at Jurassic Park, he's there, and he's talking about dinosaurs. I don't care what he's talking about. It's interesting when, like, what you're seeing. Everyone's like leaving. You're like, come on.
This lady, and now they all go to ask questions, and everyone has questions.
I always like that part. And here comes half the hands going down after. It's not
After
related to
that.
Jurassic Park.
No.
Oh. Where I wasn't there. It's like, what, one hand?
No.
There we go.
What's his question?
See, yeah, because that's what you were talking about. They explain how it's like monsters
Yeah.
instead of actual animals.
Yeah.
But they play a lot about it in the early ones as well. That's how they can get away with it. You know, why, like T-Rex do not have bad sight. That's faked.
Right.
It's not real.
Do you think they'll actually make dinosaurs?
Well, the whole fossil thing and the DNA, that wouldn't actually work. And the second thing is, I'm pretty sure DNA can't hold, like, you can't have DNA for that long.
Yeah, but they have like
It's 5
CRISPR
million
now.
years.
Have you heard of CRISPR? It's like this new thing where they can basically do anything.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like, maybe it's like possible, like you could like splice your DNA with a dinosaur, like with this new
What?
thing. Yeah,
How much does that cost?
couple $100.
That's it? Oh man, just my next paycheck. I totally want to look like.
I love the ringtone, so that we're like introing to like the hired goons here. Or
Pretty
whatever.
sure there was a when the movie came out. Then wasn't there like a commercial or a sponsorship in regards to that ringtone for cell phones? In
I
regards
don't
to
know,
Jurassic
maybe.
Park 3? I
Think
vaguely
so?
remember something along the lines. I don't understand why they spray painted it. Like
They
it took a while to spray paint. Like I know you did the eyes thing, but the whole mouth and thing like that took a good like half hour of him just doing that just
I
to
would
get
do
the
it
shot.
too.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, it'd be fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I always found it useless. That gun, it's not a real gun, but it was actually it was commissioned by the military. Like it was never produced, but it was an actual design.
Oh, really?
It's
So
kinda
it's
cool.
just made for the movie,
It was made for the movie, but like it actually existed. It was just never.
like
It
mass
was like I
produced?
guess there was like a prototype out there.
Oh, okay. So that somebody like on the weapons prop department knew about
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was looking at.
This dinosaur they find too is so perfect.
Perfect. But look at the way he actually brushes off the fossils. He's leaning on like an actual fragile fossil
Just
right here.
like putting his like.
He's putting on his weight on that. You're not supposed to do that. It's that's bad
bad.
paleontologisting.
This
but, you
guy
know, obviously
is
just-
like. They're like, can we get Jay Moore? They're like, no. Okay, can we get somebody who looks exactly like Jay Moore? It costs half as much.
That costs. Yeah, because what has this guy ever done afterwards?
I don't know. What's his name?
Alessandro.
That's his name.
That's his name.
He doesn't look like an Alessandro.
What has he done?
He's in Face Off apparently.
Probably not a big role.
Yeah, Disobedience, Weight Loss.
Not a lot.
Hasn't been in a ton since.
Not a lot.
Did this movie like? Do you know if it was like well received by critics when it came out?
Like it's one of those mixed reviews.
Just like some people liked it, some people didn't like it.
Exactly.
You had like a bit part, I guess, in American Hustle.
Never seen it.
Really, very good
This
movie.
reminds me like of what 3D printers are at now.
Yeah,
But that thing actually existed.
Yeah, well, they had 3D printers like a long time
Yeah.
ago. They just like I think they were owned by the military. There was some sort of like patent on them. They couldn't
Still
be
cool.
released.
When I was a kid, I didn't understand this part. I thought that was like I don't know.
Oh, you thought it was like he cleaned it or something?
Yeah, I didn't actually think it was made. Like when I saw it at the movies, I missed it. I thought it was an actual real one. I was
Sam
like,
Neill's
that's
triggered
weird.
here. He's like triggered.
Later on, I will have a nightmare about velociraptors.
Thank you. Yeah, William H. Macy.
I like William H. Macy.
You know what? The first time I watched it, him and the wife, that's what made me not like the movie.
Really?
Just their interactions. I just was like, I don't know. There was something about him. I was like, eh.
I
But
enjoy
now,
it.
but now I get it a little bit.
There's a lot of hints to their relationship. There's even a lot of hints when it comes to Billy.
What do you mean?
Like he knows. Like I don't know. It shows like like Kirby's already been like Kirby's talked to Billy before.
Oh, really? Like it wasn't the first time?
I believe so.
I love that he's supposed to be this really rich guy and they go to this dive bar as well.
Listen to the songs playing in the background. A lot of them, like I was reading up on it, and they say like the songs that are playing are about being deceptive and not who you really are. And I
yeah?
think the part where he signs the check, you just hear lie, lie, lie in the background in the music.
Oh, really?
Which I find that interesting.
That is funny.
Things you miss, right? And it's really interesting.
I actually...
Just for you who've never seen it, yeah, he's a liar.
William H. Macy, I think, underrated dude, but yeah. He always plays that wienery guy, though. Like a wienery
Have you seen
weasel.
Shameless?
No, I haven't seen that yet. That's a Showtime show?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't watched that yet. Pretty good, though.
He's a weenie, but I don't know. He's not like he plays an off character. It definitely works though.
Yeah, Tia Leoni's definitely had some plastic surgery now in the future.
Still looks good.
Her IMDb photo looks like a little different from how she looks.
It could be just makeup, though.
Yeah, it could be a bit of money that for the.
I just really remember her from this movie and Fun with Dick and Jane. That's the only two really I can really
Deep
remember.
Impact. She was
Really
in that.
Ooh, Spanglish. She played Adam Sandler's wife.
Yeah, she's good in that. She's in a few episodes of The X-Files. She plays Dana Scully.
Well, she's actually married to David Duchovny.
Everyone was married to David Duchovny. Wasn't Scully actually Mulder? No.
He's married to himself.
No, like the two of them were married at one point.
Yeah,
too.
here's that song. La la la.
No. Yeah,
That's funny. Like you don't even notice until you
until you pointed it out. I watched this actually watched this like a week ago.
There you go. And I've seen it many times, and still. This is the one scene I hate. It's the nightmare scene. I've always found it super weird.
When he turns to him.
Oh God, Alan. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? I don't know. For me, it's jarring. I don't know. It throws me off
a little bit.
I don't like it. I don't know. Even as a kid, even as like a child, I was just like, what? Like the dinosaurs in the what? Why is he talking?
This his bag, his lucky bag.
Yeah, the lucky bag.
They're recycling a gag from the last one.
It's your lucky bag.
The lucky pack. Which is like
maybe it's a recycle thing, or maybe it's just kind of a throwback to it.
There's a few tropes in this one and the other two that they just harken back to. Like they always get surrounded by raptors. They always
There's actually this movie because there was a lot of scenes from the earlier movies, which are actually a lot of it was from the books, the two books. But in those books, there was like the scene in with the pterodons or pterodactyls, the flying dinosaurs. I think they're just called pterodons. But that scene was was a section from the book. The same thing with the river scene, I think, is also from the book. Okay. So they've taken scenes from the book and put it into this movie because, of course, Michael Crichton never actually wrote a book for the third movie.
For the third one, right? Oh, here comes the dream sequence.
I don't like this sequence.
This is like part of it. You like?
I like the Indiana Jones part where he puts the hat down.
Yeah.
Alan. Oh, God.
Alan,
hell?
Alan. Wait, that's not Alan. That's Steve.
Steve. Hate that dream sequence.
Fair enough, though. I mean, it is a little hokey. It sets up the fact that they're going to be communicating, right?
Well, another thing is here's another thing. How did Alan know that they have feathers now?
Right, they just recycled a prop.
Because the dream sequence, this Velociraptor had feathers on its head, a little like faux hawk on it.
Good point.
But he's only ever experienced the Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah, I never thought of that actually.
Yeah, I just thought of that now. I'm just trying to find things why I hate this sequence so much. I mean, I'm sure he's probably seen pictures and stuff from probably the second expedition. But wait, that second expedition, where the hell were those feathers too? No feathers.
No feathers there. So wait, this island is the same island from the second movie.
Yeah. They think it's that he's been here before. They talk about it in the movie as well. They're like, and he's like, no, there's two islands.
And the island in the fourth one, is that the original island?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the latest one enough, but I've seen 1, 2, 3 like a crap ton of times. Like I remember the first two I watched religiously as a child.
Yeah.
Like 5-year-old me watching these movies and trying to make my sister watch them when she's younger and just scarred her. Well, I was just getting terrorized because these giant dinosaurs, people getting eaten. And I'm watching this at like 5, 6 years old. I'm like, isn't it awesome?
I saw the first Jurassic Park in a drive-in.
I saw the second one in the drive-in along with Speed 2.
Did you go to like the old, was it Ingleside one?
I think it was.
I think that was the only drive-in where we used to live.
Around here, yeah. I remember watching it. So Jurassic Park 2 with Speed 2, and in both movies, there's a part where a boat like crashes into a dock. Like
Okay.
a giant boat crashes into a dock. And 2 scenes where in Jurassic Park 2, there's the kid who goes like, "Mommy, there's a dinosaur in the backyard." Yeah. And in Speed 2, there's a boat coming, and he says, "Mommy, there's a boat in the backyard or in the front yard or something." And I always remember that as a kid.
So Sam Neill just got knocked out because he's getting all
A little crazy.
ornery. But then they landed the plane on the island. I feel like Sam Neill, for like a well-educated dude, got hoodwinked
Oh, yeah.
pretty easily here.
He's, for someone who's like, I will never set foot on this island, he sure set the foot on that island pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, he did get duped by the fact that they said they were going to fly. I will give him that.
Koopa.
That's a very bad idea.
So this woman is yelling out
Just
into the
yelling
forest
it.
with all these... Don't you think it'd be better to bring a helicopter? I feel like you could search more in a helicopter.
But I feel like it's too far that the helicopter... Oh, no, because they go by helicopter. No, you're right. Helicopter would make more sense.
That's a Tyrannosaurus.
That's one of the reasons why they wanted to make a... they wanted to switch it up. Like, no more T-Rex this time. We've seen too much. We've seen T-Rex. We've seen baby T-Rex. Let's go with something bigger.
They needed a bigger dinosaur.
They wanted a bigger dinosaur, and they wanted to go with a more... Just change the image a bit, right? Something different that we've never seen before. And it's true. Like, I mean, the Spinosaurus is pretty weird looking.
It's definitely big.
It's definitely big.
They sort of do like a little fuck you to the old ones, though, later in the movie, like having it kill...
Yeah, but that scene, there is that part. Yeah, you were right. But another reason why was because the animatronic for the T-Rex wasn't working right. The neck was wonky, and that's why they have the Spinosaurus kill him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, it's not like one of the main reasons, but it was like part of the decision.
So this guy's stopped?
Oh,
Like, this
yeah,
guy's hurt.
He's hurt, but he's like full on just standing there.
This guy was such a badass 2 minutes ago.
I know, but it's really the show. I mean, even a badass is nothing against a giant
nice.
T-Rex. Giant
got him.
Spinosaurus. Here's the blood, and the blood's gone in the airplane scene.
Yeah, there it goes. That's funny continuity error.
Yeah, there's a lot of continuity errors. Like, the blood's nowhere.
That plane crashing, I don't know what it is. It's probably a model that they use, but it has this weird look to it when it crashes.
Maybe like a mix of models and fast forwarding a little bit.
Maybe. There's something about it that looks like screwy.
Yeah, I mean, we can't all crash land perfectly to your standards,
I guess
Adams.
not, no. The you think like these two, like Kirby and the chick, they would dress a little bit better for going on a dinosaur expedition? Like a little more appropriate?
Oh, what's wrong with white shorts? I'm wearing white shorts right now. I'm ready for an expedition.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of dinosaur ticks.
You're right. Yeah, you shouldn't wear shorts in the jungle.
This is also like a recycled gag too from the first one, right? The car getting stuck in the tree.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the car stuck in the tree, but it's also the car stuck in the tree, but it's also the dinosaur versus a metal, the car in the first one.
Yeah.
And now it'd be the plane. This one just rips that right off.
And it's also like the second one with the whatever.
And what was that? That's this.
He's already killed 2 guys right away,
and
right?
one of them was the black guy. I don't want to say anything racist, but I mean,
token black
that
guy.
trope is happening in this movie.
He's gonna get squashed.
Squashed, and then head is eaten.
And he eats his head.
Yeah, looks
This
pretty
is
good.
Good, like the dinosaurs look great in the movie. Like a good mix of CGI and practical, right?
which was with the original. Like they still went with the original. I hate that they're at the bottom of the plane and then it smashes. They're dead. Like,
Yeah, they should be.
they're all at the end clearly, and then it just smashes. Come on,
They should be dead 10 times over in this movie, right?
The plane just magically. Anyway, I mean, these are little things that, of course, the story wouldn't have continued without it. I know that Spielberg.
I'll let that slide.
I know that Spielberg originally, the original story he had come up with was Alan Grant wasn't allowed back into InGen or like working with InGen.
Oh, okay.
That he pretty much kind of. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the name. But essentially, he was living in a tree on the island, just researching the dinosaurs. That
was the original script?
That was one of the original stories that came, like that they had come up with. The original script that they had had already spent $18 million on.
Really? For this third one?
For the third one, they had already spent $18 million on like the script. And they were getting ready to shoot, and I forget exactly what the story was, but Joe Johnston and Spielberg just vetoed it. They're like, nope, scratched it, and then just had someone rewrite the whole script.
That's kind of common, though, right? Like, they want their guy to write their thing, you know?
But they had already greenlit it. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Like, Universal greenlit it?
Maybe. I don't know. Something
but it's
happened.
also Spielberg's company, right? Like, Amblin.
Yeah, Amblin is his company, so he's producing it. So, I mean, and we've discussed this before in previous podcasts. When what Steven says... it goes, right? Steven should get his way. I mean, it is Steven Spielberg.
So they're being chased by the what's the dinosaur called again?
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Spikosaurus. I had this toy as a kid. I think it came with like Burger King.
Okay.
And I also like went to Universal Studios in Florida, and like this was the movie that I think had come out at the time. So like they were really pushing that dinosaur.
Right.
Like, on all like the memorabilia and stuff. But the Jurassic Park ride is awesome in Universal.
I feel like I did it. It's been so long.
And you're like about to fall down the thing, but the T-Rex kind of comes out and scares you.
And there's the
T-Rex.
There's the classic.
This is funny. Nobody move a muscle.
Like,
everybody
it wasn't the whole point of hiring this guy to follow his.
Yeah.
There is a fan.
Oh, we're gonna get a monster fight down. T-Rex versus Spinosaurus.
Still very cool. But I believe that they have tested it, and then the T-Rex would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
something
because
about
he's like a scrapper.
Something about the T-Rex is like it is built to take out.
But isn't this Spinosaurus made up for the movie? Like it's not even a real dinosaur?
It was a real dinosaur. They make it was a real dinosaur. I think they make reference to a couple of other dinosaurs, like a baron.
Oh, he snaps his neck.
His neck snapped, and that was it. But
pretty cool shot when he falls.
It's very cool, but he never would have won. Or at least that's what they say. They say the T-Rex is actually stronger and made more to fight.
Oh.
Because of its arms, it doesn't have enough, so it makes up for like this head as a mallet, like a freaking hammer. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
The fourth one, I like that whole bit where they bring out the T-Rex at the end.
Yeah, and it's the original T-Rex.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Like she's like doing the Bryce Dallas Howard's got the flare. I thought that was a great just shot and scene. I just like it's so hokey, but I'm like
yeah, me too. And a lot of people didn't like it due to the fact like she's running in heels and stuff. But I mean, think about it this way.
Yeah,
this woman is running in heels and faster than a T-Rex.
I don't know. I think Bryce Dallas Howard can do anything.
She's just exactly. She is power all to this woman.
Yeah. So. Sam Neill's kicking the crap out of William H. Macy here for a second. They're trying to he's figured out why he got hoodwinked and what's going on here.
Yeah, the kid's been missing for 8 weeks, but when you see him, he has not really. I think his hair is the exact same length.
I think he's gotten big. He's gotten fatter. Like he's been eating off like the food truck.
Yeah, the little chocolate bars and the cans of tuna.
He's also. We'll get to it when they find him, but he's just like. He survives better than anyone.
Just because he's familiar with okay, that's great. I was familiar with dinosaurs as a kid doesn't mean I can survive in the jungle.
Right?
I mean, who is he? Alan Parrish? What year is this?
Yeah, I think they're Oh, he's weaseling out here.
I always like that actor.
Yeah,
I don't know his name, but he's in a couple things, and I really liked him in this movie.
Michael Jester, I believe his name is.
Jeter,
you're right. Green Mile.
That's
where you know
Mile.
him from.
Yeah, Green Mile, and I think where he plays the clown.
In Air
Is
Bud?
it Air Bud? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. No, it's Air Bud, but I liked him in Jurassic Park 3. I always liked that character.
Yeah. Oh,
Plus, I mean, you're in the jungle, woman. Like, I know that you don't want to change in front of your ex-husband, but come on now.
Right. I don't know why she changed her clothes to put on something equally.
Why are they both changing?
I don't know.
Were they
have
covered in blood?
Maybe, but they put on basically the exact same clothes.
His camera's that's a good bag.
I need a bag like that.
Right? That's a hell of a good bag to keep that to get camera and lens to stay perfectly perfect. See, there's the scene baryonyx, and he's like, nope. And that's when they explain what it is.
Spinosaurus, a pegate, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 Latin.
I love the idea of this InGen company.
The big bad company.
Well, no, just the fact that they did all this secret shit, you know? Like, what's the Asian guy's name from his character name?
Dr.
Wu or something?
Wu, I believe, yeah.
I would like to just see a movie about the prequel of them making the island.
Yeah, see, that would be sweet. I mean, they're making a second Jurassic World, which is apparently supposed to be, because I know Jurassic World is a lot like a remake kind of. That's a very popular thing in Hollywood, I find these days. It's that soft, it's a soft sequel and a soft reboot at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like the new Star Wars was similar. It is a sequel, but you feel that rebooting feel to it, which is the same thing with Jurassic World and. I think they were trying to do
Apes too.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes. They were trying to do a little bit of something along the lines with. I think that new Terminator, but that just failed. So a lot of movies have been doing that lately. But yeah, they're planning on making a second Jurassic World.
I'm all down for it. Like I was excited to see Jurassic
absolutely.
World.
I liked Jurassic World. It was good. Obviously, it doesn't have the same feel as the first couple. But it's still Jurassic. I go there to see dinosaurs.
I would like to see them make a movie where they have them battle. They're like, you know what? This is what people want to see.
Like a cockfight, but
and
dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're just it's just like
screw a park where you can actually just look and drive around.
2 dinosaurs enter, 1 dinosaur leaves.
This Friday, it's Dinotopia.
Watch the T-Rex take on 5 velociraptors.
So now they bicker and do their whole thing, their side story. And then here's Billy. Billy's kind of useless too in this movie.
Yeah, he's very useless. And then of course we all know what happens to him in the end.
He survives, right?
Yep. Well, he wasn't supposed to. The actor, I guess, begged or argued with the director, or had a discussion on how they should keep his character. So then that's why he shows up at the end again.
Right.
But in the original script, he was supposed to be gone.
I think that would have been better if he died.
Sometimes why does it have to be such a happy ending? Just kill
pretty
the
much
guy.
everybody. Well, wait,
Except for those 2 guys.
William, the Jeter guy, he dies, right?
Yeah, I hate that he dies. I really liked him in this movie, and he dies a really horrific death.
Yeah. They find this camera too, where they're able to
yeah, with a couple of D
decipher.
batteries.
Yeah.
They're plugging 2 double D batteries or just D batteries
into an old Sony.
Sony mini DV camera.
Wouldn't work.
No, it would not. As well as that type of camera wouldn't glitch. You'll see in the movie. The footage glitches a bit, the way it does. It wouldn't do that with the type of camera it was. Anyways, that's just a specific thing.
This footage he gets too is amazing. It's it's clearly was shot on film and then put back onto tape.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good footage for that camera. I mean, I had a camera that came out years after that, and still a Handycam. It still did not have that great of footage compared to this.
I don't understand why they doctor up Handycam footage to look like something different when it's just make it look like handycam footage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wonder if there's like a patent out on how handycam footage looked at the time, or they just wanted to stylize it.
I think they just wanted to make it look better than it is.
Yeah, maybe.
This is Hollywood.
They're trying to maybe sell those type of cameras.
Oh,
like
you know
product
what?
placement.
Yeah.
So like, look how good it looks.
Look at this new Sony camera I found. I mean, it was new until 8 weeks ago when the dinosaurs ate it. Sony, we make great cameras.
This like, you think it would look like this?
The fact that he's just eaten and like just a little bit of flesh left after 8 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if you look. I don't know much about bodies, but like, it's just sort of weird looking.
He's very. I mean, I can maybe understand like a pterodon or a pterodactyl, like maybe picking at his face.
It just looks like a fake prop to me.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
like even his organs are gone.
I feel like there would be more to him, but I mean, this is PG-13, so I guess maybe you can't go as gruesome.
They had to make it look a little like fake. I guess
A little hokey a bit.
a little bit silly.
I mean, but then again, who's to say, right? I mean,
I guess
it's a tropical area. The heat
Maybe.
and the bugs and the dinosaurs.
She's like all like frigged up now. Oh, they stumbled into a nest.
Oh, right.
The I love that like her like husband or boyfriend or whatever dies, and then she's like, well, I guess you're still all right, dude.
Well, yeah, she kind of gets over it pretty quickly, doesn't
She's
she?
just like over it. Like, I didn't really like that guy anyway. Fuck him.
It's kind of a jerk. I mean, it's his whole fault that we went here. I mean, yeah, maybe he did a good thing for my son, but I mean, then he screwed up.
But I kind of don't like him anymore. So
I mean, she can't like him because of the plot.
Exactly. I would fall in love with you, but
She's got to stop yelling. Like she's constantly yelling, Dr. Grant.
I know.
Eric!
I always hate
Stop
characters
yelling.
like that in movies that needlessly put everybody else in danger.
Oh my god! And clearly, then sometimes, like scenes before, they tell them not to do this thing, and they keep doing it. And even like the people doing it are still yelling or doing something specific. So I'm not talking about just yelling. I just mean generally, just putting someone in danger.
Huh.
Oh no! Look at all these eggs, nicely placed.
I know, they're so well placed. But
But I believe that's what they looked like.
Really? I thought like reptiles bury their eggs.
There's because this is based off Jack Horner's research. Jack Horner, the paleontologist, is like I
Okay.
think he was a consultant on the movie, and that's who Alan Grant is based on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like even the truck that he drove at the beginning of the movie, it took them forever to find an exact truck for Jack Horner because they really wanted to match that for some reason.
Really?
But according to his research, like these velociraptors, something about their nests, like he came up with that whole.
That's
Like it
what
was his
like,
research, like a lot of that thing, like them chasing after the egg, is a main plot point, of course, in Jurassic Park 3, but that's based on his research.
Really? Yeah.
And I think they even mentioned Jack Horner at the beginning with Laura Dern, and I think the parrot's also named Jack, which is probably based off of. Ooh,
Yeah, Jack Horner maybe in some hot water.
Google it yourself.
Yeah, it's in people.
So it's.
I don't want to spread any rumors.
Yeah.
I don't want like if I was gonna spread rumors. If you were gonna spread rumors, how many rumors would you spread?
7.
I'd spread 19 of them.
19. Seriously, Google it.
Yeah. Okay. So they're stumbled upon the old command center.
Yeah,
Of where they're doing
which look
stuff.
like it's clearly changed since the second one. I still don't.
It's supposed to be the same place, eh?
It's I think so. I mean,
Or is it supposed to be another one?
How much did they build there? Because it was supposed to be just like a backup.
No, I thought that's where they actually made the animals. Was on
Was
this second island.
But why? What's with all these big centers and stuff? And they just abandoned it and then moved on to Jurassic Park.
I don't know. People had to live there and work.
I guess.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool if they revisit this island when it was new? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
See what I mean? Like prequels would be interesting. You're right. I want to see this whole Doctor Wu and Jack.
even if it wasn't
John
like the
Hammond.
main plot, but if it was just a flashback to that island, you know what I mean?
That food, like so Billy just smashed into a vending machine. And now they're going to be eating all these foods and chocolate bars and chips from this vending
Would
machine.
it last, do you think?
No, that would not last. Like these things have been what?
How long?
Well, the first movie came out in 1993. This is 2000.
And the island would have been abandoned shortly
a little
after.
bit before.
So they're like, there's some
in the
shit
middle,
lasts
so-
forever though.
But
Nuts.
10
If you had
years?
nuts, doesn't nuts that are wrapped in salt? Salt preserves shit.
I don't know. They'd be a little stale.
You would eat them though.
Oh,
I've seen
I mean,
you
if
eat
you're
like an
hungry.
expired can of ravioli. So
Well, expired can of ravioli, and don't even get me started on that expired cottage cheese from that fridge there.
that's disgusting.
Don't you remember you were there? In the Mad Moose mini fridge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was sick like a dog.
You shouldn't eaten like a dog. So wait, this is like them going around through the egg incubators.
Yeah.
And they pull a, what is it, aliens shot. This
Really?
whole thing, yeah. It's this one or Alien 4 that's the exact same shot. So I don't know if Alien stole it from this or this stole it from Alien.
No,
but-
I think this is 2001, so they probably stole it, or maybe homage to. You know how he's taking pictures of glass with the flash.
You wouldn't get any shot.
You wouldn't get it. You'd get a reflection of your own camera.
This
guy's a
pretty cool.
terrible.
And then it like blinks or something.
Yeah, and that's how she knows it's real.
Click. Oh, it moves. Oh, it's awesome. The raptors are so scary.
Raptors have always been scary. I mean, they don't look like that.
Just because they're smart, they're wily,
Mm-hmm.
you know? They're like a bunch of Conor McGregors running after you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'll fight any man.
Well, except this point, I'll eat any man.
I'll eat any man. Fuck you. Yeah. They're coming at you, bro. They're coming at you.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
That guy died, the other day? Georgia Romero
Yeah, he
died.
did.
Super
Yeah, he
sad.
did.
R.I.P., dude. He wasn't that old, but he looked old.
Yeah, because he was in his 70s or 60s.
Yeah, I always thought he was way older for some reason.
He did seem older to me as well.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Oh,
this
he's
shot.
gonna climb it.
You
He's
see
gonna
the
climb it.
velociraptor
You
just
see
slowly
he's
look
like-
up and like realizing, oh, then there's a part. This is where I can get.
Did you like in the fourth one how they had him trained like dogs?
It's better than what they were originally looking at, like for an idea.
Like they're
He's calling for help. There we go.
that they splice the raptors with humans.
There was that, and there was also like just militarizing them, which is kind of they come
hinted
across.
that.
They hinted at that,
it.
but before it was like them carrying weapons and like. So it was more subtle than what they were looking at before, which I'm glad they did. But they're looking. I think that's what the next one's going to be about as well. Is just the militarization and new companies taking over and things.
Really, eh?
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I thought it was kind of cool, the whole training thing. I mean, they are animals, right? Like.
Yeah,
And they're intelligent, so I feel if you get them from birth,
they could
or,
maybe train
like you
them.
can maybe like any like tigers and actual predators. I mean, if it's possible to do that before, I mean, I don't see
Until
why
that
not.
one day that attacks you and
But that happens.
Siegfried and Roy style.
Yeah, exactly. That happens constantly. Like that bear from that Will Ferrell movie.
I know what you're saying. It
Yeah.
ended up killing the trainer.
Killed the trainer like not long after
That
that
movie.
Will Ferrell fought with it.
Yeah, I would never ever fucking go near a bear like that. I would never just chance.
Oh, it's
it.
trained? I don't care. CG it at this point. Like I am. Like, can we do the Revenant? Can we Revenant this stuff right now?
Yeah.
I hate this part because I liked him.
Oh right, I remember how he dies.
Yeah,
now.
it's to me it's gruesome. Just the way like he stabs him in the back. Oh,
Fucking
and then
gets him a good one.
and just lets him just alive.
I like how like it looks and it's like, but how's it know? Like it's got to have tried this trick before, right? These raptors.
With other prey,
Yeah, maybe.
right? Like let's say they grabbed a child or a baby dinosaur at one point,
And then let it in, kind of thing.
and then I feel like I mean then
It might work.
Might
I think
work.
it's the same breed of raptors that also fought the other bit of people, like in the second one.
could be.
So they've already interacted with humans a
It's
bit.
possible, but I mean, this is much later. There was a fiction thing or just a fan story that they said that T-Rex that died earlier in the movie, just a fan theory that was the baby T-Rex from the second one.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
would make sense.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
It could make sense.
I think that's interesting.
So they set a trap, and they realized that they realized it was a trap.
I love how he's like Billy's like happy about it. He's like smiling. Oh my god, they actually set a trap while this guy is dying at his feet.
Yeah.
Billy's an asshole. Hashtag Billy asshole.
You
That
think they could do like a series, like with Jurassic Park? I feel like they could.
Oh, that part. Oh god, he's just like chewing on his brain. Oh god, I don't know.
He snapped his neck.
He snaps his neck, but it looks like he's eating, like he ate his head. I don't know. For me, as
gross,
a kid,
eh?
it grossed me out.
Freaked you out.
I never liked that.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like, it's a cool part. It just...
Oh, he's right in your face. He's right in your face.
It's crazy, the work of puppetry versus CG, and sometimes it's hard to tell which is which.
Yeah, it's true, eh?
It's really well done. Oh, and I mean, and that's where that comes in, where you just see the regular Velociraptor, just to show, oh yeah, well, by the way, there are regular ones without any, feathers and colors.
Yeah, eh? So there's being some smoke got thrown at him. Velociraptors apparently don't like smoke.
Yep. And
And
here
then,
comes little young Jumanji Alan Parrish.
Yep, coming in.
Seriously, like, look at him. He's dressed.
Very similar. Funny enough, Joe Johnston directed Jumanji.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He did Jumanji in '95. So maybe he's like recycling some stuff.
Maybe not, or just like a little homage to his previous film, right?
Yeah, maybe a bit of that.
I love how they leave the door open constantly.
In here?
In here, yeah, because they're in this like old tanker or something like that.
He doesn't close it?
I don't think so. He closes only until he hears the dinosaurs, but later when he leaves, I believe the door is still open when he leaves. Like, oh, in case I want to come back, and he just leaves the door open.
But he does say like he has like T-Rex piss. Yeah,
the T-Rex don't pee like that.
They don't pee like that?
They're not mammals. They don't have kidneys.
Really?
Or-
you know a lot
or-
about dinosaurs.
I know a few things. Again, I was looking at stuff before. I was readying myself, so I
You were
wouldn't sound like much of a
researching.
dumbass during this. But apparently,
So how do they pee? Tell me.
Well, it just the way it's processed internally, it's not like mammals. So their pee apparently would get just mixed in with the poo when they poo.
Oh, just come out like a pee poo?
Yeah, like a poopy.
Poo poo pee pee poo poo poo.
So that's so you wouldn't really have. Oh, that looks nasty. Like, what was that?
It's chili of some kind.
Why is it brown?
It's pee poo.
It reminds me of when you leave tuna out for a while. It just kind of gets like brown. Like, it's not bad, but it just gets kind of like browned a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I eat weird shit.
I guess so. So this kid's been surviving on this island off candy bars and weird brown shit.
And clearly has nothing, like he's very active. His hair hasn't grown.
He's not that dirty.
No. Like, would you really shower in the jungle surrounded by dinosaurs? I don't think I would.
You might like die from being dirty, right? Like,
There's the T-Rex pee.
yeah, he's got.
See, and I like that. How'd you get it? You don't want to know. Yeah, because you have to extract
Well,
it.
how do you get just like all this science kit to put it in? You think you maybe went to the command center and they just have that shit like on standby? They're like, this is sample.
This is for
of
dinosaur pee. That's a specific dinosaur pee.
a colander or whatever it's called, a flask. There's specific names.
Just him eating with his hands, and his hands are all dirty. It's just it's bugging me.
Yeah,
Stop licking your hands, man.
it's gross, eh?
Well, just earlier, yeah, he had like a chocolate bar and he like stuck his fingers in his mouth. But I was like, ugh. Like, you've been playing around with dinosaur pee. Like, you have. Oh, there's the Malcolm book joke. The whole Grant versus Malcolm.
Right. You think they'll ever team up again for a movie? Like,
Well, Malcolm's coming back for the second Jurassic World.
really?
Yeah, that's what Goldblum said, or that's what's been announced.
So he came back in that terrible Independence Day movie.
So we know he'll do anything.
Yeah, well, he's in the Thor.
Thor,
movie.
yeah, I like Jeff Goldblum.
He's usually pretty solid, right? Like even that movie Independence Day
Yeah,
2.
it
or
wasn't that bad.
whatever. I don't know.
It was okay. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I saw the movie and it had some cool stuff in it. I mean, but again, it's almost that it has that reboot feel to it as well. It's all these new characters,
And new ships. And the first one was just so good.
It was good.
This other one, I don't know. Maybe I watched it tired, so I don't know.
I came in with no expectations though. Like I came in like much later when everyone's like, "No, this movie's shit."
Yeah.
So my expectations were a lot lower. Oh,
this
look,
is,
a dinosaur
yeah.
that's not a velociraptor or a spinosaurus or a
A
T-Rex.
Spikosaurus majigger.
Yes, that's how it works. A Spikosaurus, Adam.
I don't know dinosaur names, so I'm just gonna make shit up until I know.
We have that slow moment in the movie where discussions are happening and they're slowly falling in love again. Kirby and Amanda
He's wooing her.
again.
Wooing her. The like when I was a kid, I like barely watched these parts of movies. It was just like, I don't really care, and I would just like
Yeah, we're the dinosaurs.
run around the living room or something, and then when dinosaurs came back, then I got back into it.
I still do that. I walk out of the theater
Just gonna check
and then
Instagram
come back.
quick.
Yeah,
and,
that's the pee break. That's the pee break.
That's the poo pee break.
That was the poo pee break cue when I was a kid, and I mean, I'm an adult now, so I know how to hold it in. But as a kid, I would go to the bathroom about halfway through when I went to the movies, and that was my break, man. Oh, they're
Really?
talking. All right, I'm gonna hurry up and hopefully I don't miss anything. But sometimes you do.
So they're like moving out of the tanker truck here. They're gonna try and meet up with them again.
Here we go.
He has an InGen shirt too, so
Like,
he
seriously?
took that off a dead guy, possibly.
No, probably like out of a locker or something.
Maybe.
But seriously, I can't get over the damn haircut. Like,
Yeah,
it
his hair
hasn't
still
changed.
looks pretty good. That's true. No one thought of that.
Made it a little longer or something.
He found a coat in his size.
It's true. There's
It's a coat for a kid.
or a female,
Maybe.
like a little, like a.
What is it if it zips up from the
See
right?
the door.
They
It just
leave it
leaves the
all-
door open. Like, you don't think you'll ever need that again, ever? You don't think?
What were you raised in a barn?
Close the
Were
door.
you raised in a tanker truck?
Close the effing door.
Yeah, I really don't like Billy's character. There's something about him that
He doesn't seem so necessary. I mean, yes, he's the point. Like the whole movie doesn't hold up without him because he's the one who steals the eggs. That's why they follow him. But I mean,
Right.
they could just follow him for no reason.
I
I'd still believe it if the Velociraptor were just dicks.
I don't know why he steals the eggs. It seems like he's too smart to steal it. You know? I don't know.
This is the dude that like trying to show a girl how to brush a fossil and clearly leaning on fragile
Yeah,
parts.
maybe.
The guy's not that bright.
I would not just drink water out of a stream like that.
Yeah, that's where pee comes from.
It's like
It's dinosaur pee.
How you get like a serious like tapeworm.
Especially near Costa Rica.
Yeah, it just seems like it's a bad idea.
What's a bad idea? Sorry. See, like I like how he comes up with that idea. Kirby's like, all right, all the big dinosaurs are at the center, right? And Billy's like, yeah, sure. But that's completely right, or at least according to what this is going to be. They're like, oh yeah, they should be they should be near the water, right? Like that makes sense, but that's not even like one of the main reasons why. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. They sort of say that in the second movie, though, right? That the carnivores stick to the middle, and
But how does he know that?
No, maybe he read one of the books.
Yeah, he read Malcolm's book.
He read Julianne Moore's book after the movie.
Yeah, what was her name? Sarah Harding.
Sarah Harding.
Sarah Harding. How many Sarahs are on this island? Sarah.
Yeah, that's funny. That was a great line. Listen, this kid's like more adept at like surviving on the
know.
island. Oh, they bring back
There's
the
the
cell phone
phone.
gag. This was a good gag.
I like the gag. There's one part though that doesn't make sense. Is the Spinosaurus like magically shows up at one point? It's coming in, and you don't like he's the most silent thing ever, and you're telling me this thing is bigger than the T-Rex, and the T-Rex we could hear coming miles away.
Right.
And all of a sudden you'll see. I mean, you've seen the movie a week ago. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he just
shows up because you hear the phone, and then they turn around. He's just
the
there.
monster always shows up though.
I know, but there was just things about the first Jurassic Parks that just. I don't know. It doesn't seem to completely fit with the rest of the series. Don't add feathers to the dinosaurs.
You didn't want to add you didn't like the feather thing?
I didn't like the feathers because one of the main things is because the other ones didn't have the feathers.
Right. So
just stick with it.
They wouldn't have started evolving over like 5 years.
Plus, those are the wrong kind of feathers. Like raptors actually had feathers like a bird, like completely their whole body.
Really?
If you're just gonna give them a little mohawk, come on.
They're slowly starting to evolve. Though.
That's just rope. Like that. They're sitting there in between cages, and you can clearly see it's just rope when it's supposed to be something stronger.
Right.
It's supposed to be like metal bars, but you can clearly see it's just rope. It doesn't seem like it would hold up very much.
He doesn't have the satellite phone. So they're meeting through like the Berlin Wall of Isla Sorna or whatever here.
And then this is where he pops up. You'll hear it again. You've never heard the dinosaur. And there's two people. There are two people looking at different areas, and you're telling me they wouldn't have heard it?
Like he just shows up in the
He's
field.
Just there.
He's hanging out.
You would have heard him coming.
You guys.
Run. He likes to say run. He likes to say run.
They would totally get caught.
Like that thing is... Oh.
It's lucky they found that hole.
I know, eh? I like this part.
Just biffs right through it.
Well, he's just like, yeah, he's like, all right, I'm fine. Oh, okay, good, we're safe.
He really
we're
wants
safe.
At them, like you think
he really does. What's his motivation?
He went right through that motherfucker. So he breaks
that thing, but you're telling me he can't get through that?
Right. Yeah, the doors hold him.
Yeah, it's because they locked it. Come on.
They should have locked the fence.
And there's barely anything that he can do.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit of bending, and you can see that
logic's a little
right. Like that other thing's supposed to hold down, so he just powers right through.
Goes right through it.
But this thing, really? I would you be like so? I mean, you were just safe 2 seconds ago. Now they're all hugging and stuff. I'd be like, let's get the hell out of here before he actually comes through.
They haven't actually gotten a hold of their kid yet.
I mean, we're doing a little bit of it's more plot point, right?
Alan, give me the bag. Give me the bag, Alan.
Alan.
I think this movie would have been better with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Billy.
Oh man,
Billy, I'm the paleontologist.
It's not safe.
Raptor eggs. But what did you do with my 24 to 70 lens?
You bred raptors. Oh no.
Stole the eggs. Now it all makes sense.
But like, what does it matter? I mean, Billy's saying like, if I knew that you were gonna have them, I wouldn't have stolen them in the first place. And it's just like, well, Billy, so you would have been okay if you had them and with other people?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Like, weren't you part of the same gang when you stole them?
Yeah.
Like, technically, they'd be chasing you and the rest of everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, Billy. Hashtag Billy's an asshole.
Oh yeah, and Alan really like shits on him here too. He's
And
like,
I believe that. See, because that's what he says, eh? Like, he tells him that line. He's mean to him, and then at the end, like when he dies, he's like, the last thing I said was actually this line.
yeah,
but it's not
like something like that.
It's not. He actually talks to Billy later on anyways. You'll see. He says, Billy, no. So that's the last thing he says.
But like, you know what I mean.
I know.
I'm
I'm just criticizing something that shouldn't even be criticized, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I never liked that, but I get why they did it. And then it gives the raptors
Exactly.
a reason to come after them.
It gives them the plot of just like, oh, it can't just be dinosaurs chasing them again. But that Spinosaurus is after them the whole movie. So where's the plot?
Yeah, he comes at
thing
them
there, right?
pretty hard.
I always like this scene.
They go into the
it was something we hadn't experienced yet in the other ones.
That's true. Yeah, it was something new.
Something new,
scary.
which is funny because again, like I said before, it's something that was supposed to be in the original. I think it was the first movie. They were supposed to have this scene.
Did you have you ever been to like the ROM or something in Toronto or like a museum where you actually see a skeleton in one of these things?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking terrifying.
Whoa. Well, there's a bunch of them, right? Like, they say like pterodactyls, but that's not even a pterodactyl in this movie. It's a. They all fall, I think, under like pterodon is what they're like what they fall like flying dinosaurs, but there's like a bunch of different ones. But a lot of people are like, oh well, that's a pterodactyl. But
That's
only
all I
a
know.
specific one looks like a pterodactyl. All the things that you see in movies and shows and stuff like aren't even actually what they look like. I don't know.
Really? Most of my dinosaur knowledge comes from the Flintstones.
There you go. Clearly, it shows you know nothing of dinosaurs.
No, I'm the Jon Snow of dinosaur knowledge.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. This would be super spooky.
Oh yeah, so like fog everywhere, mist, and you hear these weird sounds, and of course you don't even know how high off the ground, or do they know how high off?
I think they know they're pretty high.
And it's very quiet. Like, you
Really
don't hear anything, and I mean, Dr. Grant knows, like that there's flying dinosaurs. Everybody knows that there are flying dinosaurs out there.
Yeah, this is a good part of the movie.
It's a cool part. I always liked it because of the chain. Like the deals change a bit. There's a few gripes
This
about it.
kid is looking cleaner and cleaner by the
know,
moment.
right? I feel like he's just taking baths in between scenes. Just the scenes that they're just calming down. He's just taking a bath somewhere.
What are you doing over there? Taking a shower? Where'd you find that running water?
InGen?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. Hasn't been used in 10 years.
Somebody made a lasagna over here. Most of the grips got to it, but there's still some garlic bread left.
No, I really like this part, and then Dr. Grant's realization that it's a cage.
Is that like bird shit on the railings too, or like pterodactyl shit?
Yeah, because I think she grabs it, or Alan Grant grabs it, and you realize, yeah, it's just bird shit.
It's poopy.
I mean, it really is bird shit. It looked like an arm. At first, I thought it was like a dead arm, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is it crumbling like that?
Poo. This is so funny that he just like smells it like he's like, ooh,
It must be poo.
It must be poo. It's it's like Almost Heroes when Chris Farley's smelling the buffalo shit, and he's like, the buffalo is near. He's like, it's amazing. You can tell that just by smelling its shit. He's like, no, I can see them. They're over there. And then he just keeps smelling the shit like he's enjoying it. Nah. No. It's a bird cage.
I don't remember that movie
For
all that
what?
well.
And then
Here it comes. That
It
thing is
walks
freaking
in.
scary.
yeah, walks
I mean,
in.
it doesn't actually look like that in real, like in back in the day. But I mean, of course, it's supposed to make it look like monsters, right? So
That's pretty good.
So the flying dinosaur, the pterodon, or whatever you want to call them, flying dinosaur. We'll just go with flying dinosaur from now. Just grabbed Eric. And fun fact, though, those things were so lightweight.
They
Like
probably
in order
couldn't
to
hold
fly,
it.
they were so light. They were lighter than like a child. That they would never have actually been able to actually grab
No,
like a human. But that's kind of interesting that they were that lightweight.
Do you think, because like, you know, like eagles or other...
See, did you? That was a skull, right?
Yeah.
So they've eaten humans before.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Like it kind of shows us that, like, okay, so like people
Other people
have
have died there, yeah. Oh no, Billy's gonna paraglide.
I love how easy it is to set up. Like he hasn't done his leg things, and in 2 second watch, like his leg things aren't done, and 1, 2, and they're done.
Everything's ready to go.
That is a fast setup, man.
It's lucky it worked too.
I know.
And he didn't even have the proper backpack to do
He
it.
wasn't even trying. Like he's just like, screw it, let's do it.
Let's do it. But
I mean, he saves the kid.
but the like, you know how like actual birds, they'll just instead of like picking up an animal, they'll pick it up near something and drop it.
Yeah.
To kill it. So.
Yeah, they don't just drop it live.
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
These things are kind of gnarly too, like good prop. And like him jumping across these I don't know what you call them, pillars. It really feels like they're like, we also want to make a video game, so we need stunts in the movie.
They never made a video game though, did they?
No, I don't think they did.
See,
but
I feel like there needs to be more Jurassic Park games. Like I want a Jurassic Park
good squeeze
open
zoom
world.
there. That was a classic.
Yeah.
Good use of the squeeze zoom.
Just a show. Here it comes. I don't know. I always like this scene.
It is kind of spooky.
Just
His
because
big beak.
Yeah, you never get to see those again, and here they come.
He also calls him Billy after knowing him for like 2 seconds.
That's true. I mean, are they even properly introduced other than just?
No.
But I mean, that I guess that could be normal. I mean, you ever meet someone and you forget their name immediately, but then you just
Who are you again?
But what I mean is, you forget their name immediately, and then like you wait for the other person to say that person's name so you can call them again. You're like, okay, no, hold on, all right, Jimmy better say that name. Okay, no, he said the name. All right, well, Billy.
They fall in the water. This pterodactyl falling in is very much like the Predator too. Oh, got him.
That looks like it's gotta hurt.
The cage fell on him.
Right on the wings.
You know, a good mess up with names is in Star Wars: A New Hope after they've blown up the Death Star.
Yeah, Princess Leia.
Yeah, and he yells Carrie instead.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So like, you know, when these like they're like, yeah, we blew up the Death Star. He's like running to hug her. He yells Carrie instead.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, it happens quick. He's like, Carrie.
I thought you were talking about the old guy. Like, according to the plans from from Princess Leia or Leia from Princess Leia, he calls her Leia instead of Leia.
Just kind of a Freudian slip. That's not so bad.
What? How's that a Freudian slip? Did he have a mom named Leia?
Maybe.
He had the hots for this woman named Leia.
You just read the script and no one told him, and then just slipped through.
But I didn't know about the Carrie thing. That's kind of cool. Anyways, back to Billy being useless.
Yeah, Billy falls in the water.
Oh,
now.
he falls in the water and he saves them all. But they could have done it with someone else. Like, why couldn't it have been like, it could have been Kirby? You know what I mean? Like, that you could have totally grabbed.
You can't. You gotta have like the family stay together. You know.
But even he has his moment. The Kirby has his moment. Well, technically, Billy's gonna survive in the end, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I'm saying is, Billy as a character, they could have combined him with someone else,
Right.
and the movie would have still.
It would still held water.
While this scene in water, I get it.
This guy turns to him too,
I like that scene. Like, oh shit,
we gotta get out of here.
let's get out of here.
The Predator is doing his thing. He's doing the blow up.
It's pretty long sequence. Like, it's been running for a while now.
Set pieces in the movie,
And I could see why it was cut out of the first or second movie, because of like just this extravagant scene.
plot piece. Yeah,
Definitely be super expensive.
yeah.
And now they're trapped.
Stuck in the bird cage. But these things clearly get out though, because
Oh, there's holes everywhere. Oh yeah. At the end.
Well, no, at the start. What else killed the guy in the boat?
I tell you, I don't think it's one of those things.
Really?
I mean, it could be. At the end of the movie, you see them flying next to like the helicopter or whatever.
This guy, Julio Oscar something or whatever.
What has he done? Who's that guy?
Apparently he's been in Little Miss Sunshine, but I know him from
Uderski?
I know him from Once Upon a Time in Mexico. He's like the guy that helps the president.
Okay,
or
but
whatever.
who is this guy?
This guy?
Yeah, who does
Julio Oscar. He's the guy who drives the boat at the start of the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like
just not look at all like his. At least I don't see it.
no, he sort of looks like
He
it.
kind of looks like an older Uderski. The guy, the guy with the gun that's crying. That guy.
No, it's not that guy.
I know it's not that guy now.
So
Thought maybe it was. So now they're on a boat.
So now they've managed to get this boat going. This is also like a bit of Apocalypse Now kind of vibe I get from this.
Yeah.
It feels like Joe Johnston just borrowed a bunch of moments from movies.
That's fine. I mean, I don't see a problem with like slightly borrowing an idea.
I think it's fine too. I get it. It's like his little homage. Like here's his little,
Yeah.
you know. Apocalypse Now moment, which works. Like, I dig it.
I mean, plus, I mean, he also might not have actually wrote the script. So
No, but
I mean, he probably saw a scene. Okay, they're in a boat, so why not make it give it that Apocalypse Now feeling, right?
actually, Michael Crichton's credited with
Probably just a
as
story
one of-
or as
as his characters.
Okay.
Peter Buchman.
Peter Buchman. What's that guy done? Aragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Shay movies.
That's
one of the
not
writers
good.
on. And see, Alexander Payne was one of the other writers.
See, I feel like the more writers they're put on, the less likely the movie
He's got
usually
some,
is.
He's got some pretty good credits. This Alexander Payne guy. He's Sideways, About Schmidt.
Oh,
So that's some pretty good.
so maybe he was brought in at the end and then to maybe kind of
he
polish
was,
it up a bit.
Yeah, he was the punch-up guy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And Jim Taylor. So he's got like the bottom.
Here's
credit.
finally we get that Jurassic Park music coming
So
in.
they must have been a writing team because he's got credits on. So this Jim Taylor guy's got credits with Sideways, Jurassic Park, During About Schmidt, and Election. So they must. Those
These
two guys.
dinosaurs. I'm just gonna cut you off here. These
Yeah.
dinosaurs don't look that great.
Brontosaurus here.
Just that whole wide shot. It doesn't
Yeah,
look
they,
so
they
good.
don't hold up as well, eh?
Like I feel like Jurassic Park 1 held up more than these did.
It's the daytime shot. Like, it's hard to hide in the daytime, you know?
I'm not saying it's bad, but it shows. It's a little
bit, eh?
But that's the problem with CG, and then that's why you got to stick with if you
But at the
can
time-
practical.
At the time, you knew sort of it was CGI, but you're also just like, we're so into it, yeah.
Yeah. But especially the technology these days.
Even the fourth one, like, there's a few shots where you're like, eh.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I mean, it's hard to do that, but and that's why they should stick.
Oh, they
with,
come up on the phone.
and there's the
it's-
big pile of shit again.
it's a big
Spielberg
pile
and
of
his just
shit.
giant big piles of shit.
You love shit, that Spielberg.
That is one big pile of shit. There's the phone gag for the third time, I believe.
I don't know if I'd want to look through poopy to find
God.
a phone. You know how long you'd have to search?
And it just look like that's a lot of poop though. Like I feel like they don't poop that much.
You poop that much.
I do poop. Oh yeah, you know, you're right. All right. I mean, if the dinosaur's my version, he's lactose intolerant. He ate a couple of.
I love that.
There's a Carnosaurus. I think that's what they're called.
So is this just the dinosaur toilet? Like,
guess.
he's coming, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's
You
occupied.
guys smell like shit. I'm gonna. Just,
I had this
head
as a
out of
toy
here.
too.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like a T-Rex kind of like, but a unicorn T-Rex.
I think that's a Carnosaurus. I think those are the bad guys from that. If you ever watched that Disney movie, Dinosaur,
Okay.
that CG Disney movie they did back in the day.
Didn't watch it, but
I watched things with dinosaurs in them.
guess so.
Yeah.
What was Spielberg produced the show for a while that had dinosaurs in it, right?
Which one? Terra Nova?
Yeah.
That one was good
I like
until
that
the
show.
dinosaurs show up and you're like, ooh.
They only did a season, right?
Yeah. It was,
And
good.
then
It was a good show.
They didn't really do much else with it after.
Spielberg will produce anything that's related to
Dinosaurs or aliens?
Dinosaur. Yeah, that's about it, really. All I can think of.
Oh, he's calling. Oh, this is the part. He gets the kid.
The dinosaur man.
I would hang up right away. Wouldn't you? If you knew the kid was there, if he wasn't there?
Oh, right. Like you'd actually try calling someone else.
No,
Yeah,
I
but-
would just hang up right away and try again in a bit because I'm like,
Again in a bit? I mean, what if the mom's right there? Like, I don't know. I can
this
understand
kid's
it.
fucking useless too.
I know. He just leaves the phone and then just goes and watches Barney.
Oh,
Here comes the spine.
Spinosaurus.
I mean, if you're gonna get a dinosaur with a spine, you might as well use it, right?
Yeah, get your Jaws moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I always thought like Jurassic Park was a bit of a way for Spielberg to remake Jaws.
I mean, Jaws is what brought on the blockbuster movies, eh?
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, I can see it. You know, bringing
I
back
mean,
those.
both are so good. They're just amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
I love that he's watching Barney.
Yeah,
and
the
he's
contrast, The contrast of like the Barney and then back to like an actual real dinosaur and then back to Barney and he's having
They
fun
sort of
and he's
did that
dancing.
in Godzilla, right? The kid watching the show, like
It's good.
people hated it that part. They just wanted to see them fight, but I was like, nah, I dig it.
Yeah, me too.
I got what Gareth Edwards was doing.
I like that they didn't show that much Godzilla.
Yeah, me too. I like that they I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people were pissed off that Bryan Cranston, hint, spoiler, dies so early on. But I mean, I saw that coming a mile away.
So did I.
I'm going to see it, and I'm like, I have a feeling he's not even going to last that long. He lasted longer than I thought he was.
Yeah, so did I.
Something killed my wife.
Yeah, he was great in it. I love that movie.
Yeah, it was very good.
Laura Dern's on the phone. She star 69's him, clearly.
Like, it's cool of her to like literally, because she doesn't really hear anything. She just hears screaming, and she's just like, it's enough for her to go like, oh no, same shit's happening again. I'm gonna call like everybody I know.
And what she manages to wrangle up for the end of this movie, it's a very shitty ending, I find. Like it just ends, everything ends too easy.
Yeah. Dr. Grant.
Yeah.
It's a very bad idea.
Yeah.
But it's cool on her character to actually do it. Of just like, oh, that's, most characters would be like, oh, okay, I guess, that's the end of it. But no, she full on follows through and goes, okay, that's enough for me to make a decision and call everybody I know. Yeah.
But how would you organize something like that?
I don't even know. Like, who does she know?
Right? I want to watch that movie where she has to convince everyone.
Where's that short that I want? Yeah, where's that 20-minute short where she's trying to call the military?
It just ends
U.S.
too
government.
Easy.
Yeah, it's so a friend of mine, you remember Dr. Alan Grant? He's from the first Jurassic Park, that incident. He's on the island.
Maybe there's like a bit of exposition, like her new husband is in the military.
Maybe.
Can organize it.
Maybe.
See, I would buy that. Like, oh, he can organize this.
They do
thing.
it so fast. Like it's not that much. This scene right here, where Amanda's getting kind of like ripped up on the thing. I'm not saying like the blood is real, but when she got home that night, like she had a bunch of stuff on her, like a lot of cuts. Oh yeah. I mean, you got a giant puppet, and
it's moving around,
claws moving around, so it scratched her up a bit.
This scene's pretty good too. Like
it's the whole ending. I always like from the bird thing until really the end. It doesn't really stop.
No, from set piece to set piece. Short movie, only hour and a half.
It's a very short. It's the shortest movie out of all. I think the short, like they're all above 2 hours.
Yeah.
Even the new one, even Jurassic World. So this one's very short.
It's a longer one.
Yes, it might not have the feel of the other ones, but it's so damn short that I feel you're not bored enough. You don't get, what I mean? Like, it entertains you.
It's a good like popcorn watch.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Like hang out, watch it. But
so
like,
right now, so the Spinosaurus is in the water, and the water's on fire. You know what I mean? Like, so think about it this way: you got a puppet, and the water's on fire, and you got this giant set, this giant crane. Like, it's a crazy piece.
It's a big set piece,
and it's awesome.
And it's scared of fire. Pretty good, like little animation there, like getting the fire reflection with the water.
It again, you're right. Like the fact if this was done daylight, it might not have been as cool, not have held up.
So it was budget was $93 million.
I feel like it would be like I feel like today is worth it's probably a lot more.
And then it grossed $181 million. So
they doubled, but I mean, are we taking into account of like marketing and all that?
No, it was as of December 14th, 2001. So it's probably made like
it's made its money. It's made its money, but not as much as the second one. I believe the second one probably had a crap ton more money. Because I mean, then you're thinking like Jurassic Park, okay, and then usually the first sequel is able to make the most amount of money.
I always forget that Spielberg directed the second one.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like a Spielberg kind of movie.
Really?
You
you didn't like the second one?
It's not that I didn't like it. It just doesn't feel Spielbergian. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you watch stuff, you're like, this clearly has the touch of Steven Spielberg, but you watch other stuff and
shit, this movie's almost over.
Yeah, dude.
Like we got 14 minutes left. Like, you know what I mean? Like it goes by so fast.
Well, just
I find.
Well, we still had just from when the climax happens, like they have to pay for what they owe with the dinosaur eggs. It ends way too easily, I find.
It does. That's another thing. Like how long from the boat? It's probably been a few hours from the boat scene, and then they get to the bottom and they're already there.
Yeah.
Like, how close are these people? Like, how close was the U.S. military?
Yeah. Yeah, like they got there quick. Like they're just hanging out.
And just that one guy too. I know it was done. You know. Oh well. I guess we'll get more into it when it happens.
When it happens.
So the egg scene. So the Velociraptor are
They're
circling
all
the ball.
surrounded. This happens in every one of the movies. So they're communicating.
Yeah.
They all have different skin too, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, they have the different skin, but I think there's one of them that doesn't have any plumage, feathers. Just to give that, like, oh, this one's from the original. Like, oh, they were, those things still exist.
Right. This is the new breed.
See, I want one of those animatronics.
Yeah,
those
they're
are so
good.
damn cool.
But I think they just use them right up until when they don't look good anymore,
What do you mean?
Well, like they look like a robot eventually, but they use it right to the last point where they look like a robot.
It's just enough. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just enough of combination of both.
Yeah.
To really, because like right now it's starting to feel a little bit like an animatronic, but it still looks so damn cool.
Yeah. I've seen like videos like the Universal. They have one that like you take a picture and it pops
Really?
out. Yeah, my sister's got one. It's pretty neat. It looks pretty real. Like it blows air out at you too. So
That's
like
awesome.
scares you.
That's awesome.
Oh crap! He's got his like Velociraptor horn.
That thing should be fragile, and that thing still survived the trip.
Yeah, it's made out of egg carton.
Like I'm guessing. So you're saying Billy got rid of his camera and kept the eggs, but kept also that thing.
It's such a gamble that he'll know what they're saying, right?
Yeah, because he's just like, okay, hold on.
He's telling them to fuck off or something.
Like it's like a call for help. Like, how do you know how to do that?
Oh, this is Brian actually. Oh,
Brian's calling for help over there. Yeah, all right. We can hear the
like,
helicopter.
The helicopter.
Like, it's so fast for them to get there.
And then this spooks them enough.
And he grabs the eggs.
Then they
so
grab the
delicately.
eggs.
Like, this one grabs it delicately, but I think the next one grabs it really fast.
Yeah, like it picks it up and runs. I guess like for time.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
I feel like they're picking it up with like knives.
Yeah, right? Like,
I don't know how they get it out.
it's dinosaur eggs. I mean, I'm sure they're tougher than regular
That's probably
eggs.
like a meeting. They're like, how are they going to pick them up? They can't use their hands.
I mean, do we know they might actually pick up eggs?
Maybe. I mean, I don't actually know. It just seems like you're picking it up.
See, and then that's it. That's the end of the movie. This guy's just standing there yelling a thing, and then they do that. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Like, why just have that one guy? You know what I mean? Like, I know it's just
It's so they can
theatrical
have
to do,
the
but like all of a
reveal.
sudden, those guys are there.
They have tanks. They all have guns.
That seems excessive.
Like it just happens to.
It's a very Deus Ex Machina ending.
Is it? I don't see that.
You don't see it as a Deus Ex Machina?
I never seen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Deus Ex Machina is I guess a trope. It's when something just happens at the end that comes to save them.
Yeah.
Like something out of the
Okay.
blue that comes and saves them.
Actually, never heard that before.
It's I think it's known from like ancient Greek.
And Billy's
theater.
okay.
Yeah,
like
Billy's okay.
They
yeah.
found him in the middle of the island.
I know. That's the one thing I thought. Unless he went down the river and it turned into the ocean, they found him on the beach somewhere, and he found the hat. Like, it's just such a perfect ending. That one, Billy's alive, which I was completely happy with him being dead. I wasn't really invested in it.
No.
But and he found Dr. Grant's hat.
Yeah. At least Billy didn't come like swinging in with that thing like.
True.
With the Velociraptor like soundy.
Then that's like two Deus Ex Machinas happening at the same time.
It would have been that would have been a little too much, but so he's got his Indiana Jones hat here. But the I don't know, it just ends too easy.
And then they're
like they have aircraft carriers.
Yeah. And then here's my thing is like those things can totally make it to the actual land.
Yeah, they would like totally fly into like I don't know. What was it close to? Costa Rica?
Costa Rica. Originally in the first movie it was actually supposed to be flying dinosaurs, but then they switched to pelicans at the last minute.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
for the
Yeah, the ending scene, like this ending scene, really right now,
They
the
riff
one in
on it?
Jurassic Park 1. It always ends. Actually, all movies end, except for the second one. But even the second one
with
has
the
that
birds.
helicopter scene
To
where
do the-
they're flying away. Except this, that's the one thing I liked about the second one is it continues on in actual. I forget where they are. L.A.
San Francisco. I
San
think.
Francisco.
Yeah. Like this, they have way too many ships and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's very excessive, like how she was able to do that. But here's another thing: like those dinosaurs could probably fly to inland. And I think I remember I said I couldn't remember the script. I think that was the original script that they were supposed to shoot. Was these things go inland into Costa Rica or near area and started like killing off people and grabbing people?
Oh yeah, that would be kind of neat.
So that's where Doc Alan Grant comes in and looks into that. That's where he came in. I think that's the. So the movie's done.
Directed by Joe Johnston.
Written by 3 people that we discussed earlier.
Which you always know is a good.
I always right like that's sometimes like there are exceptions, but usually when a lot of people are writing a script, it usually means one person wrote it and then they had someone come in to rewrite it, and then add another person in to look at it and just keep reshifting it.
Kathleen Kennedy was the producer too, so
Yeah, well, she worked
produced
very closely.
everything,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. She worked very closely with Spielberg. Like she produced, with like Indiana Jones and all
she
those
produced
movies.
everything good ever. And now she's like in charge of Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. This movie, the one that's not scored by John Williams.
No, it's Don Davis.
Yeah.
But like someone that does a like, what is it? The other guy that does all Abrams stuff, he does a pretty good score for the new one.
Well,
and he's done Star Wars. And
Williams wasn't available for this movie, so he recommended Don Davis. So I mean, you got Williams's recommendation, so I feel like he's not that bad. He does a pretty decent job of.
I feel like you do okay, and you still get to use John Williams' score, which
Exactly.
is like,
I mean, it might be slightly modified, but
you
still,
borrow from that amazingness.
So
What else has Don Davis done? So you like the movie, eh?
I enjoyed it. I mean,
man, look what Don Davis did.
The Matrix.
He's done all the Matrix movies, so he's
Very
done like
nice.
some pretty cool stuff, eh? Yeah, I mean, overall, like this movie's got its caveats.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
when it came out, I watched it once and didn't watch it pretty well ever again.
Really?
Didn't
'Cause you
really like it.
Really?
No, because like if I'm in the mood for dinosaurs, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'll just watch Jurassic Park. Because Jurassic Park has all those great moments. But yeah, not my favorite. Wouldn't recommend somebody to watch it as their first dinosaur movie.
No, obviously not. No, not at all.
But not the worst.
I mean,
movie ever.
as a part of the series, does it hold up to the first 2? Not as much.
No, but it's hard to follow that.
Yeah. I mean, were you a fan of the second one?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because a lot of people didn't like the second one as well. Like, it still held up, but they felt it lost some of the touches from the first one. But I mean, that's the thing with Jurassic Park is that movie should have just been a one-off. Because how many movies can you make about this park?
Yeah,
that keeps
They just keep making the same mistake again, and it's gonna happen.
I mean, they found ways to kind of change that with the second one and the third one, but now Jurassic World, like, and now you're telling me they want to make things more exciting. And have to design this fantastical engineered dinosaur that's deadlier than everything. Like, come on! Obviously, things are going to go wrong.
Yeah,
but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, I don't know where you go with it, but they make so much money.
Absolutely, they're going to make another
something.
one. Obviously, it's already been confirmed. I liked the third one. I watched it at the movies. It's the only one I actually saw like when it came out at the movies. I saw the second one at a drive-in, but it had already come out at the time. Like I'd already seen it on VHS by the time I watched
so it was like a re-release.
Yeah, because I was a little older when I saw it at the drive-in. But so Jurassic Park 3 was the one I saw at the movies. So I appreciated seeing Jurassic Park at the movies. I was still, I was 10, 11. So for me, I don't care about the plot at the time. So I was really just loving the dinosaurs.
You're just into dino stuff.
I was a huge
anything dinosaur
fan.
you're gonna like, no matter what.
Absolutely. Like watching it now, like I've seen it multiple times. Anytime I watch Jurassic Park, I usually have to follow up with the rest of them.
Right, so it's going to be a night of Jurassic Park movies for you.
Usually a night or a couple days. Like when I watch a movie that has a series like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, usually I'm not just going to watch the one.
You got to get into all of them.
I get into all of them, even the prequels. It's just the way it is. That's just the way I am. So the third one, yes, it's not the best one. I don't know if it's better than Jurassic World.
I think Jurassic World's better.
I haven't seen, like, I've seen Jurassic Park 3 a lot compared to Jurassic World. I've only seen it at the movies. So I haven't seen it all that well to put a thing on it, but I did enjoy Jurassic World. I thought it was nice, and it had that feeling of Jurassic Park, which of course, I mean, it's a soft reboot pretty much. I had problems with like the fourth one, just the new characters. And you just want to see dinosaurs. And yeah, I mean, they every movie will try to do something differently. Sometimes it succeeds, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, this one, I mean, it has its troubles, but I still enjoy it. You're still having fun with it. Obviously, like Adam said, you're not going to recommend this movie to be the first Jurassic Park movie. No, you'd recommend the first one. The first one is the real one you want to see.
Like
that's what puts you
this
into
one
the.
Not doing so great was pretty much the reason why they didn't make a fourth one, right?
That was one of the main reasons, I believe.
Because it took over 20 years before they made another.
Like what? Yeah, 16 years. 16 years. 16, 7 years.
Movie.
It took a while.
Oh yeah, I guess like 16 years. That's a long time considering like it was successful, but it wasn't done well enough.
10
Winston.
4
Credit
years?
Stan Winston.
So it took 10 years? No, sorry, like 6 years, I think, between the second one and this one.
They had a lot of development going on, but yeah, like
still not as big of a 16-year gap.
So they knew they couldn't just go right into it, So
I don't know. All in all, I mean, it's not a super solid movie, but I enjoy it. I watch it and I enjoyed it. Obviously, it doesn't have the same feeling and enjoyment as when I watched the first one and the second one, which, of course, first one was one of my favorite movies. Growing up and now, it definitely holds up as just a piece of
cinema. It's a notch in the thing.
It's a notch, and it's just it's fantastic. Of just like that was one of the movies that really put CG on the map.
The first Jurassic Park. Yeah, I mean, Terminator 2 came before that. And that was
Terminator 2. There was The Abyss.
The Abyss was like
Tron. But you know what I mean? Like,
but
it was all in that same era. But really, Jurassic Park was one of those just wow.
Yeah, you knew it could happen at that point. I only like the first Transformers movie. Whenever the Transformers like bust out, that was when I was like, "Holy shit, CGI looks really good right now."
It keeps surprising me. Like I saw we were talking about Godzilla and the new Kong movie that's come out.
The second Jurassic Park had the King Kong vibe, right? Like that's basically what they homaged when it.
A little bit. It was like that, and a little bit of like a. Island of Dr. Moreau, maybe a little bit of that as well.
A little bit, but it's just like with it coming to San Francisco and then it bursting out. Like
that
I
loved. I loved that about the second one.
Yeah, it was very King Kong, it felt. But
well all right. That's the end of
Jurassic
that.
Park 3, and that's another podcast. Thanks for listening.
Got about 12 seconds. Oh, Universal Pictures presents something else? Or it's just giving us credits?
No, it's just another more
why?
Credits.
Why would you give me more credits?
There's no after credit stuff in this.
All right, well, see you later.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was a good one.
Man, game over, man. Game over.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Lost Commentary, on Instagram at Raiders of the Lost Commentary, and like us on Facebook.
I'll be back.